Hello, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for joining me for my very first podcast episode. I'm your host, Coriane Young, and this is What They Don't See, the podcast. A safe space for every story, every culture, every background, and every voice. Because no matter who you are, your story matters here. Before we move forward, though, I want you to know this podcast is not just about me, it's about us. I want to relate to you and understand you. We live in a world where it's easy to smile, say I'm fine, and hide what's really going on inside. But here, you don't have to hide. I got you. This is your safe space to just breathe, to let go, and to feel understood. I don't care where you're from, what you believe, what you've been through. This is for you. Sometimes we just need a place where we don't have to perform, where we don't have to be the strong one all the time, where we can finally say, I'm not okay, and not feel judged. That's what they don't see is all about. Being real, being raw, and being heard. Let me be the first to admit, I've been guilty of hiding behind a mask, pretending like I'm okay, knowing deep down I'm struggling mentally. I've had moments when I act like I got it all together, but deep down I was really falling apart. And I know I'm not the only one. Let me just take a moment and give you a little insight about me. When I became a mother, I felt like I completely lost my identity. I felt like the only title I carried was mommy. People only know me as someone's mom. That's it. When I have my moments alone with my thoughts, sometimes I think about how I wish I could just be known as someone other than that. As much as I love being a mommy to my babies, depression has taken a toll at times because my daily life consists of just taking care of my children. That's all, nothing else. I rarely get the time to take care of myself or prioritize my own needs. Sometimes I wish I could just go to brunch, go out, enjoy myself, laugh, and have fun without the stresses of being a mommy, of motherhood. Soon as I kick my feet up and try to rest, the baby starts crying. The mommy, can I have a snack? And mommy, I'm hungry, starts coming at me. Always being the first one up when the sun rises because my body is so used to only getting 6 hours of sleep. But that's the only quiet time I get alone to enjoy my coffee in peace. I know there are some mommies out there who feel the same and go through some of the same things. That's why this platform is important. I need you to know that you don't have to feel ashamed of wanting to be selfish or admitting that you're overstimulated and exhausted. You deserve those moments of selfishness and peace. Some of you listening right now are carrying heavy loads in silence. You wish you could call somebody to just air everything out, but would they really care? Would they actually want to listen to understand, or just listen so they can tell you something like you shouldn't be complaining or that's just your job? I've heard it all, even worse things than that, especially the I told you so's or you put yourself in that situation, but we'll say that for another episode. You laugh with your friends, go to work, take care of your family, but no one knows the battles you fight alone. I want you to know that I see you and I understand you. I hear you, and I want this to be a space where you never have to carry it all by yourself. Let me help you carry some of that weight. Sometimes we just need a spotter. You know those ones in the gym who make sure you don't drop that heavy weight and hurt yourself? Yeah, some episodes will just be me sharing my journey, reminding you that healing is possible. Other times I'll bring guests on to share their stories too. But every time I want you to walk away feeling lighter, feeling seen, and feeling like you belong. Silence can be so heavy and it tends to eat away at us. And sometimes we just stay quiet because we think nobody will understand. I get it. But here's the thing. There's power in speaking. There's power in saying, this is what I've been through, even if you've never told anyone else. This podcast is that listening ear. I want to be your listening ear. I want you to know that you don't have the perfect words. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to show up as you are, as your flawed self, as your imperfect self, as your honest self. And that's more than enough. So whether you're listening on your way to work, while you're cooking dinner, or lying down in your bed trying to quiet your mind, this space is for you. Welcome to your safe space. Here, there's no judgment, no labels, just honesty and healing in the process. All right, y'all, before I wrap up today, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere else right now, but you chose to spend this time with me, and that means everything to me. Thank you so much for your support. If you don't take anything else away from this episode, I need you to hear this. You are not alone and your story matters. There's always space for your voice here, always space for you to pour out your heart. Now, some of you know I wrote a book called What They Don't See. It's pretty much the foundation of all of this. It's my story mixed with the lessons I've learned while also relating to your lessons learned as well. But the podcast is where I want us to grow together, where I can be real with you in real time, and you can feel free to be real with me and yourself. So make sure you like and subscribe because this is only the beginning. Join me every week on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you'd like to sign up to be a guest, email me at royalencounter@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at What They Don't See. Until next time, remember, healing starts with being heard, and you deserve to be heard. See you soon.